Yay.
Okay. Welcome to another episode of Ink and Lore. We are authors, independent authors slash maybe traditional publishing author. We don't know, but we're authors
Sure.
writing books, writing fantasy
Eventually.
books. All of us writing fantasy books, and we just get on here and yap about all things writing and then also reading books. So we'll do our brief introduction. I'm Miranda, and we have
I'm Kate.
Kate,
I'm Erin.
Erin, and
I'm Cassie.
Cassi. We are missing Lexi this evening, but we are all like in chaotic lives, so it happens. But this episode, we are going to do something fun and we're going to talk about tropes, which play a huge role in not just like preferences and like what we like to read, but also what we like to write. And like Erin was just mentioning before we started this, is that they may not even be the same. Like tropes that we read may not mean that we want to write about them. And then tropes also, like from an independent author perspective, are a huge way that you can talk about your books, get people to understand kind of the vibes of what to expect in your books. So we think they're super, super crucial, especially like marketing all of your book stuff. So yeah, we're going to talk about tropes and maybe even some that we don't like, which I love. I love controversy. So we'll let Erin, this was your topic that we picked.
Yeah.
So let's start with you.
Okay. Well, should I start with my least favorite and get that over with? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My least favorite by far is miscommunication. As a writer now, I even like kind of think of it differently, because when you're a reader, you're like, okay, if you guys just sat down and had a conversation, like this 300 pages like wouldn't even exist. Like I can't stand it. Like in my own life, communication is like so huge, and I've worked really hard to be like so good at it. So it's like when I'm reading it and you just want certain things for the characters, it's like physically painful for me, actually. Like I can't stand that one.
Yep.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah.
What's weird is like, I don't even, now that I'm thinking back on my book, I'm like, do I have miscommunication?
I know, I was doing that too.
I'm like,
I mean, a little bit is fine. Like there's gonna, because it adds to like the conflict, or like it brings up, plot points or whatever. But the whole like, we're going a fourth to a half of the book where
fourth
we're
wing.
having the same fight. Yeah. Yes. Literally. That's like what drives me crazy about that book, even though I love it. But it's like, if you had skipped that, it would have been even better.
It would have been a novella. Like if you had that, it would have been a short story.
It would have been.
Yeah.
Well, and part of me is like, is it like, because we've talked about like spice and smut like being kind of a filler sometimes, and like just, lazy writing when it's not done well. And I kind of feel the same way about that, because it's like it does lend itself to like more dialogue or like more scenes, because you can kind of just keep repeating the same thing over and over again. But I'm like, that's just like, let's find other ways to get through the book. So that's the one I hate. I can't stand that one. Ones that I love. So ones that I love to write is I love He Falls First. Like, I'm obsessed with that. And that is so fun to write because, there's like little subtle things, and I know that they mean more later on. Like, it'll come back. And like, so
like,
writing that is so fun.
Like
it's just
writing
like little Easter eggs.
little Easter eggs. Like,
yeah, I love the little Easter eggs. That's my favorite part. So I love that part. And just like kind of it's just like, as a writer, it's fun to like let that unfold. And like, I'm writing in the FMC's point of view, but she has no idea. So like I'm writing her perspective of like what's happening, but I know how this is going to end. And it's kind of like, I don't know, it's just like role play kind of. Like it's just fun to kind of know behind the scenes what's going on, and then, be in on it kind of thing. So that's my most fun to write.
Future almost.
What's that?
You can like see the future of your book.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like how it's going to end. It's so fun.
Yeah.
To get there.
Well, and it just challenges you as a writer too, because like I'm trying to portray him a certain way to her, but I know who he really is. So it's like, it's just kind of fun to experiment with all of that. So that's my favorite one to write. I'm trying to think of my favorite one to read. Oh, I might need to come back on that one. I'm kind of blanking. I had it in my head earlier, but now I can't remember.
Mom brain.
I know.
And
Like, wait,
just
what
get a
was it?
seizure, it'll come back to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm thinking about like how that's so cool, like as an author. It's such a like you know how when you're reading a book and you get to a
Right.
part and like you're giggling or you're
Mhm.
like I'll smile whenever I'm like writing a certain part because I know what this means inevitably in the future.
Yes.
Then they don't like I'm like, but the reader doesn't know
Mhm.
this way, but they're gonna like figure it out and feel this way later. And do you this is something I was gonna ask because we have the privilege for everyone who's listening. We get to read each other's stuff,
Mhm.
which is like I feel like I have the golden ticket. Like I get to
Yeah.
I literally the other night I was like, I need something cozy to read. I was like, Erin's book is cozy. And then I'm like messaging her on our little app and I'm like, I need your Google Doc access. So we're literally reading, like right now I'm going through Kate's and then I'm going to go through Cassie's. I'm going to work like down because I have kind of fallen behind because I've been in been in the throes of it. But now I'm like kind of
Me
twiddling
too.
my fingers a little bit, like just waiting. I'm in the waiting phase.
Mhm.
So anyway, I was like, are you guys planning on, because most everyone, correct me if I'm wrong, everyone's writing from the female point of view, like your
Mhm.
female point. I mean, clearly, we're all females. So I
Mhm.
would assume so. But are you eventually at any point in time going to have it from his point of view?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Book 2, that's my plan. The way that I'm gonna end book 1 is gonna kind of, like, lend itself for that, and there might even be, like, a bonus chapter in book 1 to kind
Love
of, like
that.
to kinda, ease into it, and I'm so like, I can't wait for that
Oh,
chapter.
Erin, you're so
I'm like yeah, no, it's gonna I'm like I listen to music, and,
Yeah.
like, I get ideas, and it's mostly, like, when I'm driving, and I heard this song, like, a couple weeks ago, and it just it just came to me to do this chapter and to, like, what to include in it, and I had to pull over. I was, like, on my phone just typing it all out. I was like, "Oh, I have to do this." Like,
love that.
it was so clear, and, like, thinking as a reader, I was like, "Oh, yeah, they're gonna eat this up." Like, I gotta do it.
Yes.
Um,
I love it. I love it.
inspiration hits, like
Yeah,
I
it's
love it.
so fun.
I love that. So, Cassie, what is your least favorite trope? We'll start with the worst. And then maybe what you like to write versus read, or if they're different.
Okay, so I hate like the lucky novice. So where somebody like has no training, nothing, and they somehow are awesome. I'm like, but how? Like really? I feel like I that's was one thing in my book. I'm like, no, my girl needs to have a good background in something. Like she needs to training or doing something so she's just not completely useless. And so that
Mhm.
it just drives me crazy. And I know like there's the chosen one and stuff, and I'm like, if you're the chosen one, maybe you have powers or whatever, but you don't just like I'm great at everything. And that's something that always
All of a
is
sudden. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love He Falls First. I think that that's like
Mhm.
that like hits me in my heart. I love it so much. And then trying to think. I like my mind just went blank. I also don't like the ones where it's like they get saved just off of chance or like just good timing. You know what I mean? Oh, we were
Mhm.
about to die. Well, then the cavalry came. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Like, too much luck.
yeah,
Good.
like I just,
Yeah.
let's put something behind it and it's not just luck
Yeah.
to things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
I
don't know.
like
I'll
that.
think,
I
of
That's a good
agree.
one.
I'll think of more.
That is a good one. I never even thought of
Yeah.
that one.
And that's so true. Like I totally relate to that one. I feel like that's not really talked about, but like you're too lucky, main character. You're too
Mhm. Yeah.
something bad has to happen to you.
I need some like you need to go through some like traumatic. Like you
Yes.
need to suffer.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Look
need to
at all the
suffer a little bit
rainbows.
for
Right.
I to relate to you.
You're gonna suffer, and you're
Suffer,
gonna like it.
And you're gonna like it. First, you're gonna suffer, and
Yeah.
then you're
gonna be
gonna.
happy We about were it.
Yes.
watching
I hear that
Suffer
in my head.
right before I came on here. So.
Oh my gosh. All right. So, Cassie, do you have any tropes that you like to read more than you like to write, or vice versa?
I don't know. I feel like I write kind of similar to what I'm reading, but I read.
Mhm.
I mean, like I mean, I'm from Nicholas Sparks to like dark romance, so
You have a wide range.
I
Yeah.
everything, but I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like I mean, that's valid. I feel like that's valid. I kind of do the same thing. So I feel like that's valid. So, Kate, worst trope that you hate and
Like
then
to read
tropes you
worst
love.
trope. Oh my god, I just had it in my head.
We're
Also
so on
today.
point on this Monday.
Wait, I totally just had it. Yes. So, okay. I like the chosen one trope, but I don't like it like when Cassie said when they are
Yeah.
totally like they can use their power immediately and they're professional fighters and whatnot. And I also don't like it in books when the main character, female or male, is just suddenly liked by everybody. Like I
Mhm.
feel like you have to earn it, and that was actually a kind of a struggle, not a struggle, but I really wanted my main character in my story to earn like the respect of her community and her friends. And I was like, what can I put her through that's really going to make her,
Yeah.
be, show bravery and loyalty and stuff like that. So I don't even know if I know any books that really do that, but that's just something that I just didn't want to have in my book. Like,
Mhm.
she's perfect. She is gorgeous. She knows how to fight. She knows how to use her powers. She can public speak well. Like, I didn't
Yes.
want my main character to be like the most perfect person in the whole world.
Mhm.
I
I
know
feel
you
like it's
guys.
unattainable. Like,
It is
you as a
unattainable.
reader, you then, like,
Exactly.
immediately are disconnected, like, you
Right.
can't connect with them because
Mhm.
my life
Right.
is a mess, and I am too, and if
Right.
you're not, like, I can't save the world with you.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and you just can't portray a realistic character if you just keep making them perfect at everything. And they have to fail at some point too, like
Mhm.
they're not just gonna get everything on the first try. So I think like unrealistic trope
Mhm.
would be my least
Perfectionism.
favorite. And okay, I'm trying to think of my favorite
Favorite.
to well, my favorite to write romantically is like a faded yearning love.
Yeah.
Like they don't there's something connecting them. Don't know why. They don't know why they feel this way about each other. They barely even know each other, but there's like something there and it's old and it's ancient and it's
Mhm.
powerful and nobody really knows what it's from, but it's there. And it's kind of just that like yearning throughout the entire story. Like in my book, at least in the first book, there's nothing like the romance is definitely a side piece and I wanted it that way because I also felt that romance, at least to me, is not something that is quickly attained. I wanted it to build. I didn't want it to be like, oh, they're in love
Yeah.
and now we love each other and that's it. Like I wanted there to be like he sees her over there and there's yearning and I feel this connection and then their hands touch and that just makes you shudder, like that kind of thing. And I actually had a lot of my beta readers tell me that the entire time they were reading, they just wanted a kiss and I did not give it to them. And they were like, we just wanted something, but we are so glad you didn't because it showed just how much they wanted it and how much they yearned
Mhm.
for it. And I never
Mhm.
gave it to them, but they wanted it. So it like made me feel good that I kind of like
Yeah.
portrayed
Appreciate that. Yeah.
that like special connection between the people. So I
I
love
love
that.
that. That's how I felt about, I don't know if you guys have read Prison Healer. It's one
Mm-mm.
of my
No.
favorites. Oh, you need to read it. It's like 3 books. And it's like there's no spice or anything. It's more like young adult,
Mhm.
but it is so good. And they don't do nothing for like a long time. And I remember the first book, I was just like, it's right there. And I can't have it. It's so bad. Yeah, I love that though. I love that. Like
Yeah.
yearn forever.
Yeah. There
Yearning.
are I mean, instant love is a trope, I feel like. There are people who love that.
They do.
Oh, for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
for sure.
But
But
that's not
Not
that's not
me.
not
mm-mm.
realistic for me.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, the series that I talked about a couple weeks ago that I do like, it actually started out as Insta Love and they were really young. They were like 16, 17 in the first half of the first book. And I didn't hate it because she did it really well where like that would be expected for that age, right? It's
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah,
your
yeah.
you
first
would fall
love.
head over heels for
Yeah.
that person at that age. So it fit really well. And then in, the second part or the second half and then the second book, there's a lot of like
Mhm.
forbidden, like we can't be together anymore and just that pull back to each other. So like she made up for it. But yeah, a whole book of
I love
Insta
that.
Love.
It's good. I think
Yeah.
that's like you could do it really well.
Mhm.
I don't like where they like just instantly fall,
Yeah.
for each other, like within the first 100 pages. Like,
Yeah.
no.
I think I'm okay with I'm okay with him instantly falling, but she's gonna hold off for a while. Like, I feel like I've read a couple books where that's the case, and I don't hate that, so I'm fine with that.
I think
I'm
that's
fine with
fine
that.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's smarter than that.
She's smarter, yeah. She's got her wits about her, and he's just like a puppy dog.
Yeah, but the opposite
Can't even see
is
straight.
no for me.
Yeah.
Like where the girl is the puppy dog and the guy is like,
No, that yuck. No. We're smarter than that, ladies.
You almost
We
threw
have
up.
more brains. We have more brain cells than that. We do. So my least favorite probably, I'm trying to, okay. And not in the way that Kate was describing it of like faded lovers. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but like a pull toward one another. I don't think like even in my series, like that's inevitably what ends up happening.
Mm.
But I cannot stand now because it is so overdone of
Yeah.
fated mates. Like good Lord. Like not everyone needs a mate.
No.
Not everyone needs a mate. They don't all need to be mates. Like I feel like Sarah J. Maas, like Mother did it, and then everyone
Yeah.
just kind of followed suit. So like half of the books I read recently, that's been in there, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
why? It doesn't need to be fated. Not everyone needs to have a mate that's bound to them in some weird way. Like, So I think that to me though is different than like having a pull toward one another as opposed to she's my mate.
Yeah.
Revelation.
Yeah, and the way I have it in my story, like it's not a fated mate, it's like a bond that was like born with the beginning of time that was just
That's how mine is too.
Yeah, that's hilarious. It happened.
You guys are the same.
It happened at
It's in the stars.
yes, the world was made, okay?
Yeah.
The world was made.
It's literally mine.
And like in my book, the elements are made mortal, whatnot. And I know your stars are mortal or
Same.
beings or whatever.
Literally, it's
So,
like telepathy.
yeah, literally.
Literally.
But yeah, it's like something that happens like very long time ago that just kind of is like passed
Yeah,
through
that's
the
how mine is.
lineage of
But it's not like a
but
like
I
a
am
book
not
that I read
bound.
recently, which I love these books. I like preface. Sophia Germain is one of the indie authors that I love. I love her. And I have been an ARC reader for her since like day one from her first book. And she's got like 3 out. And she has like a mate. Like it was immediately, and it was like, she's my mate, he's my mate, all this. And like, I get it. Like, I understand the concept of that coming across is like, it's a universal, like almost pull that you can't overcome. Like he was mated to her for like years before she even knew and realized like that's what it was. But I feel like it's just so that particular kind of like mate. It's
Right.
so overdone. And
It
it's
is.
me out.
I do love it though. I'm not gonna
And
lie.
I
y'all-
like
I
it.
will read
I
it.
like it in a way, but I'm
It
like,
hasn't gotten old for me yet.
it's exhausting. I'm exhausted.
I'll still read about it. I don't
I'll
care.
still read it,
Well,
but it
I
doesn't
hope
mean
so.
I'm like, great. What was another one I thought of that I didn't really? I'm not a huge fan of love triangles. I will tolerate it. And what's funny is that there something similar is in my book, but it's not in that way. So hey,
Why,
you guys gonna be
Miranda?
reading each other's
Why?
books and I'll be like, "Ho, are you creeping on
I know.
me?"
Considering one of your countries is named a character in my book.
I know that was
But
so funny.
I will say, like, we use a lot of Latin. So we
I
use a
know,
lot of
I know.
Latin.
I'm just
so
kidding.
that's like, okay. There's only so many Latin words that you can use that are not weird.
Yeah.
So anywho, I digress. My
Love it.
favorite, and it never gets old, and maybe, I don't know, it never gets old, is Enemies to Lovers. Just never gets old. Never gets old. I
know.
literally live for it.
Yeah.
That and Forced Proximity.
Oh
Those
yeah.
are really my 2 favorites.
what about one
Oh, yeah.
bed?
That never
One
gets
bed.
Yeah. One
That
bed.
would-
I'm down.
One bed. That's a micro trope that I live for.
Yeah.
Is
I love
one-
it.
And I love a good micro trope where he like calls her. Now this is specific.
Yeah, let's get into micro tropes.
Do what?
We should get into micro tropes because
Oh,
those
yeah,
ones are fun too.
This is one that I have like in my book and I love it.
but it has to be done, I think, well, or it can be super annoying because I
Mhm.
think it's done annoyingly, but, like, calling them, like, a pet name, like a nickname,
Mhm.
and then in the moment of, like a death kind of moment or, like, just, like, a really intense moment, then he calls her real
Real name.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, like, the whole
I love that.
I
but
love a
the
nickname.
nickname cannot be stupid.
Right.
Like, you
No.
can't have a stupid nickname. Like, I have seen some really ridiculous nicknames, but, like,
Yeah.
one of the ones that I absolutely love is in Once Upon a Broken Heart, which, again, Erin, you need to read because your book, like, the vibes of your book is, like, so similar.
Yeah.
Little Fox, and it just is so well done. Little
Yeah. That's
Fox.
cute.
So well done.
I think it honestly, I don't know if unless it's like atrocious, like you can pull it off. Like you can pull off
A
a
lot of it you
nickname.
can.
It
You
depends on the character and how well you're portraying like
what's the one that they
his
use in Quicksilver? What is the one that
I don't
they
know idea
use?
enough to
And
that.
it's like a name for, like, a butterfly or something, and I was like, "This is stupid."
A
Monarch.
butterfly.
It's like a butterfly, and I'm just like, you've taken it too far. You've ruined my microchip."
I didn't read Quicksilver.
Neither.
Yeah.
I give it, like, a 6. I give it, like, a 6
Yeah.
out of
Was
10.
that book originally independently published and then taken over?
You know, I couldn't tell
I don't
you.
know.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I have a list here. Let's do that. Well, I have I pulled up literally. I typed in. I said list of tropes in
Ooh.
romanticy. So I am going to go down and we're going to vote on these.
Yay or nay?
We're going to do like yay or nay.
Okay.
And some of them I haven't even. I'm like, okay. First, of course, at the top is enemies to lovers, which I think we all just said.
Yay.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Thumbs up.
I'm middle.
She's middle. She's mid.
I do like it. And I thought I loved it. Like I thought I don't know, because would you consider, like, in ACOTAR, would you consider, like, Reese and Feyre enemies to lovers? Because some people do. And then I was like,
From their initial interaction of
Yeah.
like
right.
how
And then you
he-
have, like, Rowan and Aelin. Would you
That's
consider
enemies to
them any enemies to lovers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I like
so
that.
he beats the literal snot out of her.
Yes. No, they
That's
were definitely
enemy.
more
Like,
than
I don't
Reese.
think you're a friend at that point.
Yeah. But they don't like I
would
see so many
question your friend.
videos where they're like, I need them to hate each other like the whole book pretty much. Like it's like I didn't feel like in Throne of Glass, like it was
I don't
very
feel like
short lived in Heir of Fire.
heavy. Like
Yeah.
I did not feel like it was super heavy enemies to lovers. And I'm even trying to rack my brain around like a good like one that's like that, what you're describing, where they like hate each other.
I've never read one like that. And I don't know if I would like that.
Only read one that's like that. Most of the time it's like they dislike or are at odds against one another for the
And then
majority
it kind of phases
time.
into banter,
And then it
right?
kind of phases into trust building
Yeah.
and that sort of
Okay.
thing.
Then I'm thumbs up.
To hate each other. Like I don't want
Some people do. That's why I was like, I was questioning my own, like, am I calling these things the right thing? Because
No, you are.
there's people that like
I
really
feel like
want them
there's
to.
degrees of enemies to lovers. Like
Yeah.
I like a good mid-grade enemies
Yeah.
to lovers, or even make it a little lower.
Yeah.
I don't like so heavy that like we're abusive. You know, like I
Yes.
don't
Yeah.
think
Like
that.
Fourth Wing, I feel like was
And
enemies.
it's
to lovers.
enemies to lovers.
Yeah. Okay.
'Cause
Then I like
they did
that
not like
level
each
of it.
other. They did not like each other.
They did not
Yeah.
like each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they miscommunicated for 800
I
pages.
know, but it's still so good.
It's so
It's not
good.
I
complicated.
love that boy.
Feel break.
We should do a whole episode on Fourth Wing because I have so many mixed feelings.
You do? Oh,
I have
I
so many
love it.
mixed feelings. I do. I hated Onyx Storm.
I didn't
I almost
read,
DNF'd it
didn't
so
read
many
Storm yet,
times.
so.
I struggled the first quarter of it, and then it
Like,
turned it
where are
around
we
for me.
going? Where
Huh?
are we going? And what are we doing? Because no one knows. I don't know. She doesn't know. The publishers didn't know.
Does
No
Poppy
one
know?
knew. No one knew where we were going. It was
Poppy know?
Poppy 2.0. Where are we going? We haven't left anywhere. We haven't done anything. This map is incomplete. I don't understand. I was so lost the whole time. I was like, I can't. First we're here, now we're back at the college, and everyone's chill at the college. How are we chill at the college? There's a war going on.
It was a little disjointed. Yeah.
It's a little disjointed, you know, but you know what? It's fine.
Well, I mean, there was a war at Hogwarts, and the children were the ones that were fighting Voldemort. Well, where were their parents? So I mean,
Where are your parents?
you know,
Where are
That's an
they?
excellent point.
Where are
That
they?
is quite the
We
plot
have
hole.
a lot of unanswered
Nuts.
questions here. Okay, so we covered enemies to lovers. Okay, love triangle. We just talked about this. I think if it's done a certain way, I think it's fine. Now,
I
what's the
like
difference
a love
between
triangle.
what is the
when
difference between love triangle and like why choose? What's the difference between that?
Why choose is they don't end up with one specific person. They just,
Why choose?
both
you
of
get
them.
everybody.
I like the love triangle if it's like, okay, you're going this way first, but then you go this way.
Yeah.
But not at the same
Yeah.
time that you're going this
Not at the
way.
same time.
Yeah. I don't mind, like, I love some jealousy. Like, I love some moments where there's,
Yes.
another guy and there's some interactions between them. And, like, technically, like, you could say where my book is now, that it's going to shift into a love triangle. But, like, it's not really because, like, one's phasing out and one's going to completely take over. But, like,
Really? I
yeah.
was reading and I was just like, he don't stand no chance. I was
No.
like I was like, as soon as the golden eyes came into view, I knew.
Yeah. The golden eyes. Yeah.
I like a love triangle where she doesn't like both, but two like her.
That's what's in that's
I like that. But then there's like one clear one that she
Yeah,
wants.
like in mine, there's somebody who's been there forever and like is like so in love with her, but
You're
she
such
just
twins.
does
It's
not.
not even funny.
She just does not feel it. And then there's
The one.
And
the
then there's
one.
on the silver platter over here.
there's this one who she yearns for.
I love the yearning.
I know, I love it.
They're yearning. Okay, so love triangle, we're all pretty much like we're cool with. I'm like
Yeah.
half and half with
Yeah.
like why choose. I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever. Fake dating, like pretending to date.
Oh, I like that.
I
Not
like
in
these for-
fantasy.
Yeah. Like
I like it
Bridgerton,
in
like
like to all the boys I've loved before. Have you read or watched the Netflix movie?
Well,
You need
No.
to go watch those. Those are amazing. They're a perfect rom-com.
What is it called?
To all the boys I've loved before.
okay.
I think I've seen that.
Y'all are uncultured. You need to go
Y'all are
watch Netflix and watch these movies. They are like my comfort movie on
Oh,
Netflix.
I need to watch it.
And there's 3 of them, and there's that trope is in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I don't know. I've never seen it in like fantasy.
I don't know if I've
That
ever
would be weird.
I feel like the most I've seen that is in Christmas Hallmark movies.
Yep.
The fake dating, which I
Or
love.
the wedding date.
The
that
wedding
old
date.
movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. So I think if it's done well, I think that's
Yeah.
good. Forbidden love, duh.
Duh.
God. I feel
Yeah,
like
that
that
is
is
like-
Can I get my toes up there?
That's like I feel like that needs to be like on a like postcard for romantasy or like part of the
Yeah.
declaration of romantasy independence. Like
Yes.
forbidden love
I
trope.
mean, even Shakespeare loved it. Like, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Friends to lovers.
This one.
You
I
do.
like
Now, is this more in your setting of like romance novels versus fantasy novels or
So I have it in
Both.
my book. I don't want to like give too much away, but I have it in my
I know it's hard
well,
not to
I
be
like
spoilery.
everything. I mean, I think it's fun in movies. I think it's fun in books.
Yeah.
I love it.
now is it one of those things where they were like friends to start with, maybe they kind of drifted apart and then they come back and they turn into lovers? Is
Yeah.
that more of the trope that you like? Because I can dig that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that. Like maybe there was like some feelings, but then like one of them went away for a while and then you come back and you're like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's
okay.
what
I
I
can
like.
do that.
Love
Yeah,
it.
I like that. I like that especially in like rom-coms.
Yes, yeah.
Like, what's a really good one?
Just friends.
13 going on 30. I love 13 going on 30.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Lovers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maddie.
I
So
know.
good. It's so good. We already talked about fated mates. We won't beat that again. Forced proximity. We all talked about that one.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Marriage of convenience or forced marriage.
I like that.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yep. I like that.
Because then you get kind of the like, I feel like enemies to lovers is kind of woven
Kinda
into
goes
that. Because
into
you're just,
that.
yeah.
But
I
you're
like that.
saying that they eventually fall for each
Yes.
other? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
it's
don't
like
think I've
they
ever
are
read
forced to get married for whatever circumstances, or
Yeah.
it's a marriage of convenience at that point in time, and they
Mhm.
may not even like each other. And then they get married, and then it becomes more of like kind of like enemies to lovers. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head that's
I don't think I've
fantasy
ever
that's kinda like
read.
that, but I can't.
The Bridge Kingdom is kind of like that.
Is
Oh,
it?
really?
See, that's on my TBR, so I
Main
You know,
wouldn't
I
know.
have to read
character
that too.
gets married off to like the neighboring kingdom's king.
Okay.
It's been
Okay.
long.
So,
Shield of Sparrows is like that.
Shield of Sparrows.
Mhm.
That one again.
I think
be
if
an
you can get past the questions,
Age.
you might like it. I know. Should I jump off this cliff? I don't know. What will happen if I do?
Oh my gosh, I can't. I couldn't do it. I was like, I'll have to try again.
what
PTSD from that
do.
book.
I'll have to try it again. I'll have to like go into it thinking like it's not Poppy as much as
Yeah.
I think it is. It's not
Just
her.
give yourself a pep talk every time.
Okay. So where like they get another shot at love, basically.
With the same person?
Mm-hmm. So like maybe they had like some sort of falling out. Like they fell for each other, they had a falling out, and then they come back together
Get back together?
I think it depends what
It depends.
on how it's done.
Yeah,
depends
the
on what they did.
circumstances.
If it's like a cheating thing, I say
Yeah.
no go. You
Right.
should have
Right.
slit his
Yeah.
throat when you had the chance.
And cut
Right?
Precisely.
We're in fantasy. I mean,
I know.
wield that dagger and
Yeah.
slit his throat and be done with it.
Uh-huh.
That's what I would have done.
Burn
Yeah.
him at the stake.
Burn him at the stake. Like, what are you doing? There are no second chances in fantasy. Yeah. That if it's that, then no. But if it's I have to say yes because it makes sense.
Yeah.
What I have to bring to the table. Okay.
I
Okay. Amnesia.
I have to say yes to this one for reasons.
For a reason. I
Unknown.
don't have this. See, there's one thing we don't have in common.
Yes, there is
I
this
don't.
thing that I
Done really well
in my
though.
book.
It has to be done really
I-
well.
It needs to be temporary.
Yes.
Yeah.
It can't be permanent.
And they can't have to like start over from scratch.
No. God,
Nothing
no.
to
Yeah.
build on, right? Like
Mhm.
there has to be some sort of like snippets that are still
Yeah.
like I think of Hunger Games, right? Like PETA goes through like tracker jacker messes up his brain. He gets like amnesia / brain damage or whatever, but he still
Mhm.
recognizes
Right.
that
Yeah.
has memories, right? Like so
Mhm.
I think that is okay.
Yeah.
It frustrates me as a reader, though, I have to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so case in point, spoiler, end of
Yeah.
Onyx Storm,
Yeah.
right? Like that.
Oh, I'm still
like
mad.
that was infuriating.
Like, yeah. I'm still furious.
Still mad, right? Sidebar. Did you see where she went to some baseball game or something?
Yes.
Mhm.
Was it
And
Fenway or
she
something?
said something about how someone asked, they were like,
The wedding.
what was the wedding gonna be like? And she's like, I guess you'll find out. And it's like,
Oh, yeah. No, she's not gonna do that to us. She'll give us a little peeky.
yeah, it can't be like ACOTAR where like straight up just like have a wedding in
Yeah.
the backyard kind of thing. Like
Right.
we did not get the wedding.
You didn't
deserved.
We didn't get
the
2
wedding.
weddings.
In Throne of Glass and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she must be
ACOTAR.
anti-ceremony.
Just
Like
doesn't
She loves doing that to us.
loves doing that.
I mean,
know.
I love the sneaky my wife. I don't mind that. But you got to go back and let us be a part of it.
yeah, like I need to know what was her dress? What did it look
Yeah.
like? What did the bridesmaids wear? Okay, I need to know.
I need to know the vows.
I need to know the vows. Okay,
The vows. Like, that's the part that kills me.
I do really like in her books though, like especially in Throne of Glass, I feel like things happen, but they're not told to the reader
Yes.
Until later.
until later. Like she will have Aelin like going out and doing something, and then they don't tell you what she's doing, and then you find out later this is what she was doing and she was planning all this stuff. I think that's like a
Yeah.
really cool way of writing. Like it's not
I like
all
that too.
from what Aelin is doing like 24/7.
And like in the moment.
yeah.
I wish I could master that.
I
Like,
know. It's
like-
so
Like I have a map in my brain and like laid out on paper of like where things go and how to get there. But
Mhm.
I fear that I'm not good enough with like Easter eggs and things
Mhm.
far enough in that like she was like
Mm-hmm.
some of
know.
the things that like came to fruition as the story progresses. It's like how did you know that was gonna how'd you plan for that?
I know.
I don't
Time
know.
traveler.
These magical abilities. I don't really know. Found family.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that one.
And I think that speaks a lot too to like, because I know a lot of us like have like, family problems. So the fact that just gonna rip the band-aid off. So no contact, 2 years.
Yeah.
So the fact that like you don't have that or you have unstable, not so stable, and then
Mhm.
you put that in books, it's like very comforting.
Right.
It's so
Yeah.
comforting.
Very
And
healing.
I love writing that
Mhm.
because even like, I mean, I have no contact with certain family members and limited with others. And like, I still have like what I would consider my found family, but like in a book, it's so exaggerated
Yeah.
of like the level of support somebody gets from that found family. So it truly is like fantasy for me to be like, look at this group of people and like how they show up for each other and how like it's what you feel like is missing in your own life sometimes. And it's just so nice to like write that out and give somebody that.
Right.
Mhm.
I have like side characters that I'm gonna like be developing
Mm-hmm.
the way, and that's like I'm so excited to get to finally write more about them because one of them you're getting to meet in book 2 and they kind of stay for the long haul, and like I'm getting to like flesh them out, and one is going to be this really like BA woman who like it's just going to be so cool, and I'm like thinking about it and I'm like, had I been in a fantasy world, I would want them to be my
Yes.
wing leaders, like
100%.
partners in crime. Yeah, I love that. What does this one mean? Like best friend's brother or sister as the love interest.
Oh, I hate that. I don't like that.
I have no brother, so it's just kind of like
In a rom-com or something, but I don't think like in a
Yeah.
fantasy or anything.
I think
In
rom-com,
fantasy, it's weird.
sure, but fantasy, no. Now I like where it's done in Red Queen. Has anyone read Red Queen?
You're
Yeah.
like, I haven't
You
read
can just
anything,
assume
right?
my answer is no.
So have any of you read Powerless? Crap. Okay. So Powerless is kind of like a copy of Red Queen. So I would read Red Queen first. There's like, I can't remember how many books. There's a lot, but it's like it's brother falling for one brother over the other, basically, but in a fantasy way.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah.
right.
So Powerless is the same. But
Got a lot of
Powerless
books
is
on
more
my to-be read
digestible.
list.
Do what?
I have a lot of books on my to-be-read list.
That is like,
Same.
Red Queen is
Add
old.
them up.
Like it came out in 2010, 2012, maybe? I can't remember. Anyway, you should read it. It's really good. This is more rom-com stuff. How many techniques? Beauty and the Beast trope. So that would be like tampon.
Yeah,
and
I was gonna say.
Right.
Hera.
Yeah, I mean, I love Beauty and the Beast, the movie,
Yes.
but I don't want him to be an actual beastie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want it to be a
You know what's funny though is I loved Beauty and the Beast when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Was like obsessed with it. And I had my daughter watch it and I actually turned it off. I mean, she was young, like maybe 4 or something. But I'm watching it and I'm like, dude, this guy's a jerk. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even like kind of
Not even a
nice,
nice-
kind of mean. He's just abusive. I'm like, I do not want to tell my daughter that this is what we go after.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I
For
don't
sure.
like that. Yeah.
I feel that way about The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
And he literally, it's like, let me change everything about me.
Let me give
for
up my
you.
voice.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
not to mention her aspect ratio is way off. Like, way off.
Not to mention.
Like, you are not normal.
I mean, what's the fact that they do
Throw
not,
down so
they
many
don't
soap operas.
communicate at all in that movie?
None.
Really just
Yeah.
like how
just-
she looks.
Well, and that's like a
Yeah, and then
love at first
and then
sight.
change everything about you, just so you can. Like,
Well,
no.
and give up your voice. And he like falls in love with you because you're kind of ditzy and like don't know like what's going on. Like, yeah. When you're a parent and you watch the Disney
No.
movies, you're like, what is going on?
It is when you're watching some of them, and I'm like, well, and some of them are really scary that I don't remember like being. And I'm like, dude, how did I watch this whenever I
Yeah.
was little? No wonder I had nightmares. I'm like, ugh. Dark past,
Yes.
I like that.
dark secrets, broken
Yes.
in some way. That's like essentially my entire
Yep.
Me too.
plot. So, let's see. Love at first sight? Absolutely not. Hard pass.
Nope.
I just don't think it's
I don't
realistic.
think it's real.
Not like falling head over. You can like have chemistry
You
like
can
right
have
away.
chemistry, but like love,
No.
LOV, like
Chemistry
at
or
first
Yeah.
looks,
sight.
but that's about
Barf.
everything.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like those are your rom-com Hallmark movie
Mhm.
kind of things, which is fine. It's good vibes, but not in a fantasy.
Mm-mm.
Not in a fantasy. This one is like just friends. So that's where one of them is in love with the other one, but the other one's not.
Oh, that's in my books.
It's like Kate.
Yeah. If it's done well.
It just makes me sad. I mean,
It does make me sad.
it makes me sad.
Friend zoned. Friend zoned so hard.
Yep. Sucks to suck.
Oh.
Poor guy. Let's see. Posen one. We talked
I
about
like
this,
it.
but
Yeah.
I like it if it's done in the right way.
Right way.
I agree wholeheartedly with Cassie. Like if I read about another petite woman who is 4 feet tall and suddenly she can just kill everybody,
Right.
I might lose my mind.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I think
so
that
annoying.
I don't like that at all.
My pet peeve with that one is just like you have this like amazing found family, and I even felt this way in Throne of Glass a little bit. But like you've got this amazing found family, and like, but she's the only one that can like really save the day. Like I just don't believe it. Like
Yeah.
you can write your characters to where like they all have a role in that. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Or that
I
she
like elements
has
of it.
flaws,
Yeah.
right? Or that she's not, which I feel like I got that a little bit like when Dorian like
Yeah,
is
that's true.
with her. I'm not
Mhm.
going to spoil that for people who've not read Throne of Glass,
Thank
but
you.
that I feel like is maybe a little bit like,
No, yeah, that's
maybe
a little balanced, but
little balanced. Grumpy versus Sunshine.
I love that.
These are like micro tropes. One character is grumpy and cynical while the other one is very cheerful and optimistic.
I love that.
I like a grumpy sunshine. I like when they're grumpy with everybody but her.
But her,
Love that.
oh,
But
I
her.
like
Yeah,
that
I like
too.
that.
Yeah, that's cute. I really like that.
good.
I like that
Yeah.
one a lot. Reformed villain. Formerly villainous character that finds redemption in love.
I struggle with that. You'd have to be really good at writing to make me
Yeah,
like
it has to
that.
be a really good character arc
Yeah.
to really.
I mean, they keep talking about Tampon getting his redemption arc, and I'm just like, good luck.
Good luck with that. You really
You
shot
literally have
yourself there.
every female in a certain age bracket being like, nope.
Nickname
No.
is literally tampon.
Yeah, like I don't know.
It ain't happening.
I'm trying to think of one in my brain that's done well. That's like reformed.
I can't.
Once Upon a Time, the TV series, like the
Uh-huh.
main, what's her name? The brown
Emma.
The queen.
Yeah, the evil queen.
The evil queen.
She ends up being
Yeah.
better. That's the only thing I could think of. And that's
She
a good
does end
one.
up being
But I mean,
better.
it's hard because it's like she's evil and killing people, and then she's like, "Oh, I want to have
Right.
a family." It's just
I mean, Zuko in Avatar: The Last Airbender was
Yeah.
bad, and he makes a comeback.
He does make a comeback,
So
which we were robbed there. We were robbed. Robbed.
I could talk about it. I could go on and talk about that forever.
Robbed of the romance that did not come to be. I'm trying to. I can't think of one. I can't think of a book that I read where like it's a true villain turned. good.
Well, fan fiction will do that. Like,
yeah,
you see that with Hermione.
yeah, like Manacled.
Mhm.
Still have mixed feelings about that.
People love that.
Anyway, okay, so clearly everyone kind of has their own preferences, but I feel like in
Yeah.
general, fantasy tropes
Like-
kind of are all kind of aligned.
Mhm.
And what's
Mhm.
funny is that tropes that would be, I think, acceptable in like romance books or like rom-com kind of stuff is unacceptable
Yeah,
fantasy.
Yeah,
I
isn't
think
that
that's
funny
really
how it doesn't carry over?
it is funny.
It is funny.
Well, because like I feel like fantasy readers, like you're looking for specific things. Like
Mhm.
you're shopping around and you know what you like, and so I think that's why they're they're tropes. It's a cliche. It's like we overuse it because we love it. So
we're actively looking for it. So if it's not in there,
Yeah.
we're really upset.
yeah,
And I also feel like I was just thinking about this today. I saw like one of those billionaire romance books, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it's so unrealistic. I don't want to read that. And then I'm over here like, I'm going to read about fairies instead.
It's like the difference is like this is how I don't really read romance novels, but and the reason why is because I feel like it's because it's set in the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In theory, it could happen. Like in
Yeah.
theory, like it's stretching it, but in theory, it could happen. Whereas fantasy, I need to find a magic portal to go through to get there. So I feel like totally disconnected
Yeah.
from reality. So all bets are off. Anything can happen.
Right.
Anything
Yeah.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
Sometimes I just find things that aren't fantasy-esque, like, pretty boring.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
We get enough of
struggle.
reality.
Yeah,
That's
Like,
the thing. It's
get me
like, it's
outta
hard.
here.
The world is hard. Like my life is hard. I don't want to live it again through somebody else.
Right.
Like I don't,
No.
not in that way. Like if I'm gonna read, I want to be able to envision myself like fighting with swords or having
Yeah.
magic, riding a dragon, or
Mhm.
I need to be this fantastical being. I don't want to be
Mhm.
clocking in at my 9 to 5.
No.
Like
Nobody does.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, well this was fun.
This
So
was
trope,
fun.
yes, super fun. So next time we'll talk about something else, and we usually come up with these topics literally seconds before, or like a couple hours before the episode. But yeah, make sure that if you are listening, that you subscribe to our channel. We are on YouTube, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, and we're on here, wherever this is.
Spotify.
Spotify. I need to have the card next.
I don't know where we are.
Spotify.
Spotify. But thanks for listening so much. We love every one of you people that are listening, and
Yay!
yeah, so we will chat again soon. Bye.
Bye.